no one wanted hand-drawn animation anymore. And that got me on my path to acting.
Hi Terry, how are you doing?
Hi Lisa, how you doing? You got some great cinematography on your camera here.
Thank you very much. It's so great to meet you, and I love when actors do animated movies. They're just so much fun, and I love when I don't know who the voices are, seeing little things that the animators put in that you're like, I know that's, Terry Crews. So when you see the final product of a character like Tentacular, what excites you the most that you've seen that they've incorporated?
Well, again, I'm a kid at heart. I have never gone past 14 years old in my brain, okay?
Same.
So it doesn't matter. I stay 14 the whole time. And, this is a dream come true. I'm a kid from Flint, Michigan. And when I see myself depicted as this huge tentacled monster in this big movie with all these stars and getting all the pomp and circumstance of what a big movie is, I'm still I get emotional because it's just, it's so rare. You know what I mean? It's just a very rare to get to a point where, the character is created for you. You know what I mean? It reminded me a lot of even in Brooklyn Nine-Nine when, they named the character Terry. It's me. And the same thing with this is Terry Tentacular. Except, this just shows a different side of me, because I have to say this, as an athlete, all the bravado, all the narcissism, all that was me. And you felt like you needed to be that because there's so much self-doubt and insecurity in being an athlete, because you always feel like, am I good enough today? Like yesterday I was okay, but you're judging yourself, and to the point of, really, really putting yourself down a lot of times. A lot of times it's that whole self-defeating thing. So you make up, for that by braggadocio and being over the top and really big. And, and the thing is, it works for a while. But in real life, it always comes back to bite you. You know what I mean? That win at all costs thing, it doesn't work. And it's truly, it's scorched earth, and you're the guy that ends up with nothing.
And in this movie, Steve has this secret passion that actually ends up helping him in the ring and to be better. I know when people look at you, you think Terry Crews, he must love this kind of thing and this kind of thing. But do you have a secret passion or something that would surprise people to know about you?
Well, this is one reason why I love animation so much, is that I had an art scholarship before I had a football scholarship. I am an illustrator, and I had my portfolio in at Disney and at DreamWorks when I moved out to LA after retiring from football in 1997. And I remember the movie was Prince of Egypt, and I was in a big long line for all other animators, hand-drawn animation. And then all of a sudden Toy Story came out, and no one wanted hand-drawn animation anymore. And that got me on my path to acting. So a lot of people wouldn't know. This is where my love for it is that if Toy Story had probably been delayed a couple years, I may have been working in your special effects artist or any animation studio right now. I may have never started acting. That's the strange, crazy thing about this that people don't know, but I love to draw. I love what it is. And usually, if it wasn't for the pandemic, I would be out hanging out with the guys who drew this whole movie, from the storyboard artists all the way to the colorists and animators.
That's amazing. I love that, because when I was a kid, I wanted to animate too, and I could draw, but then I had to get into the computer programming part. You're kind of like, oh, I just thought I drew stuff. So
yeah, right.
It's a whole world.
Thing. Yeah.
Well, that's amazing, but you never know. Maybe that's the next step, is you do get that chance to kind of go in there and make your own thing.
I would love to.
And if you live, let's get froyo afterwards.
Oh, I love froyo. Wait, if I live?